Hello, ladies and gentlemen, friends, comrades, brothers, sisters, my family. Okay, I love y'all. My beautiful love, miss you a lot. So anyway, we are currently in Amarillo, Texas, at the pilot. No, we're at a Flying J in Amarillo. Weather's good. Weather's really good. A little breezy. Not too cold. Definitely not hot, but it's pretty nice. And I drove 542 miles today. We came out of Crystal City, Texas this morning, in the neighborhood of 7, and it was foggy. It was a lot of fog. It was, thicker and denser as we're doing this, because of course we're on U.S. highway. What in the hell ever? It's just been U.S. highway after U.S. highway. Even getting here to Amarillo, until we got to I-27, it was state highway, U.S. highway, and just, man, it's beating the hell out of the truck, and kind of beating the hell out of me. Not too bad, but anyway, it's still, I'm having a ball driving this truck. It is a blast to drive. It's I had a little moment today, though. I got to tell you, I got to be really honest with you. Rolling into Post, Texas. I wish I could remember what U.S. highway we were on. I can't remember. But we're 65 miles an hour. We got about 78,000 pounds on our back, and it's nose heavy. And so we got a lot of weight on our drives. We're having to play a fuel game to try and stay, legal, which we're a little illegal. But anyway, so it's still a fuel game, believe me when I say. Rolling into Post, and the road just turned curved to the right. I never saw a warning. I never saw anything that said, "Hey, hello, slow down to 40. Don't go too fast or don't curve." I never saw it. I didn't see it, man. So I'm all over the binders. I'm turning this thing, trying to keep it from flipping over. I ended up in the hammer lane of 2 lanes. Didn't really want to do that. It was just, it crept up on me. And I don't need that. And then my trainer over here is talking about, "Hey, NASCAR, let's, what are you doing?" So, yeah, it was nightmarish and butt puckering there for a moment. But we got through it, and I'm glad we did. There was a car behind me. I don't think it was in the hammer lane. I don't know, to be honest with you, if it was in the hammer lane or not. I just know that I had to catch this truck, or it might have been ugly. I just don't know. And then, bam, all of a sudden there's a 40-mile-an-hour zone. And I never saw a thing that said, "Hello, woe it down." Damn it. So, but anyway, it's going great. We got about 1,200 miles to go to get back up into Caldwell, and we're going to drop this trailer, and it's a good thing we are, because somewhere along one of these state highways, another highlight of my day, I hit a skunk. Yeah. The skunk was already dead. I thought it was a bird. There's a lot of ravens in Texas. This whole route, I've seen ravens everywhere. A lot of geese here too, by the way. But a lot of ravens. Oh, the reefer just shut off. A lot of ravens. So that's what I thought it was, because all I could see was black and flesh. Usually if it's a skunk, you can see black, white, and flesh, or something like that, but all I saw was flesh. Well, so it was right where the wheels are. I didn't I didn't swerve it. I swerved some. I missed it with the steering axle, but I killed it again with the tandems and the trailer. Oh my God! For 50 miles, it was like this skunk was attached to the truck somehow. Oh my God! It was horrific. And every time we'd stop, we'd smell the truck, the skunk on this truck, all the way down this truck. Oh my God, it was horrible. It's still horrible, actually. If you go back there by the trailer and just stand there, you will smell skunk. I mean, it's finally gotten bearable to where at least it smells like marijuana now. I mean, it's not that bad, but oh my goodness. We smelt it in the cab of this truck for a long ways. I'm not kidding you. 50 miles. It was just like ridiculous. So all day long, me and my trainer were joking back and forth with, "Hey, way to go hitting that skunk today, man. That was great. Nice work. You're doing great." And then I try to put this thing in the freaking to sleep on its side. Yeah, so anyway, I had an eventful day. I mean, it can happen so fast out here, y'all. And it does happen fast out here. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen quick. So I'm glad it didn't. And we had, other than that, we had a really good travels. It's really twisty, turny, up and down on these U.S. highways. But once we hit the 84, that then rolled into the 27 interstate, U.S. Highway 84 into the Interstate 27 in Lubbock. There was a long stretch of 84. We picked up the I-27 in Lubbock, went through Plainview, and all the way up into the Panhandle, Amarillo. That was nice because it was just hammered down. So with this truck, we can, on the throttle, we can go 65. It's governed at 65 on the throttle. It's governed at 68 on the cruise control. And then if you put the throttle down while it's on cruise control, you can get you 69 from it. Which is dandy because the speed limits around here in Texas and a lot of areas that we've been to on this trip are 75 and 80 miles an hour. So you're going 68, you know what I mean? Obviously, you're a big truck. You don't want to go horribly fast. We learned that quickly today. But you also don't want to be in the way, you know what I mean? So, but hey, as far as that goes, it worked out. But we went 68 most of the way once we hit U.S. Highway 84 and then rolled on up into I-27 right up here in Amarillo by morning. Yeah, not my best tune, but work with me. Okay. Anywho, not much else to report. We got a real early start tomorrow because we shut her down early today. Stayed in a motel room last night. That was kind of nifty. Wasn't really planning on that. Was planning on doing a film there. Nah. After a couple of adult beverages, the kid was sleeping. And Brother Ed had to call and wake a brother up this morning at 6:30. Actually, it was 6. But I was out in the truck 6:30 doing my pre-trip. Got to do pre-trip. So we stopped about 5:30 this afternoon. Got into a parking spot right away here in Amarillo at the Flying Hook. And we're leaving out early in the morning. We'll probably be on the road by 4 a.m. Central Time. So we'll see how it goes. And in the meanwhile, you know who love you. I think I'm pretty well updated at this point. We had good travels yesterday, motel last night, early travels this morning, and on our way. Oh, I will say this. Took us 5 hours. This is Reefer Life. And Kevin and Tanya, I know that you guys can relate and understand where I'm coming from with this here. Dry vans are, a lot of dropping hooks. Very seldom did they get live loads. Probably 20% of the time. Sometimes, if that, maybe 15% of the time, they'll get a live load, which means you're sitting under the trailer that you brought to the shipper, and they're going to live load you. Well, yesterday was a live load for us. We took the truck to U.S. storage for a live load. We got there at 11:30. We left there at 4:30. Just sitting there. You know, we were on time. Our appointment was at noon. We were in plenty of time. They just take forever. Not even a lumper situation. These are cats that work for U.S. cold storage. There was no lumper in the mix. It was just taking forever to catch a load. It was ridiculous. So anyway, that was our update from yesterday. A 5-hour sit. Anyhow. Anyways, thanks y'all for watching. I really appreciate it. It's really cool to be able to update everybody. And as I said before, not make, 7,000 phone calls and lose my voice trying to tell everybody the same thing. But this is great to be able to chit chat with everyone like at once. You know what I mean? So leave a comment. I'm happy to read those. I haven't read any yet today from the last video, but I'm going to do that now. And just keep it coming. If you like it, hey, click the like button. If you don't, then don't. If you want to subscribe and hang on to it for a minute, do that. You know what I mean? Oh, and hey, Kevin, give me a thumbs up. All right? Y'all have a great day, and you know who love you. Heads on swivels. Okay? Watch your back. Love y'all. Peace.